Hello, we're the Cryptid Code. We're your hosts, Harmon,
Kenzie,
JP,
and we like to talk about cryptids and aliens and generally anything spooky.
and we cuss a lot.
Indeed. Now, rolling on to episode 3 of season 2, that's going to bring us roundtable style to you, right, Jake?
Indeed.
Alright, what you got for us this week?
So I have to confess something to everybody who listens, and you both. Whenever I find a cryptid, so I don't know what you guys do. I don't know how you guys find them. But I just go on Google and I look them up, find the one with the funniest name, and that's why I pick them. Well, I thought this one said hot dog. So immediately I was like, that's it. That's the boy. That's who I'm picking.
What the fuck?
Okay, so
It's not hot dog. It is the Hodag, Hodag, which you can see how I would mix those up at a quick glance.
So you're
how I would see
dyslexic.
hot dog. Is it dyslexic if you add letters?
oh no.
Well, if we're being honest, if any cryptid is going to be called the hot dog, it would be the black shark.
Oh my god. That took me a second, but I understand.
That was beautiful.
Good job, Harmon.
Anyway, so our wonderful little boy here,
The Hodag.
He was discovered in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Probably saying Rhinelander wrong. It's probably like Rhinelander.
No, that's the German pronunciation. Rhineland.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. It was in Wisconsin in 1893. The guy who found it, his name was Eugene Shepard. He was a timber cruiser, which, yeah, I had to look up what that is. A timber cruiser is a person, they're basically just a scout for, like, logging companies.
Oh.
They go into, like, a location, and they're like, oh, this wood's good, or this wood sucks. And they come back.
So that's how they determine where to start, like, cutting things down?
Which I never knew that.
I didn't know that either. I thought they just chose a place and were like, perfect, let's cut
Yeah,
it down.
like, there's wood, there's trees here.
Oh.
So he was a guy who went in the woods and scouted out to see if it was any good.
That's so interesting.
And I guess on one of his excursions, he supposedly found this creature who he described had the head of a frog,
What the fuck?
the grinning face of a giant elephant.
How do you have a head of a frog and then the face of an
I
elephant?
have pictures, don't worry.
Okay.
What?
I'm very confused
Thick,
already.
short legs.
Thick
Legs
that go all the way up?
Yeah, it was not very far, but yeah, they go all the way up.
God damn.
And they were set off by huge claws. It had the back of a dinosaur, which, as far as I'm aware, dinosaurs were like a recent discovery.
Pre-educated logger.
Yeah. And a long tail with spears at the end, so it had like bone protrusions. They actually had bone protrusions like all over it from the depictions I've seen.
The hell?
Yeah.
This sounds pretty
He
freaky.
was beautiful. So after he reported seeing this creature to whatever local authorities and papers that he found, he gathered a bunch of guys up, just I guess friends of his or other loggers, and they went on a hunt where they try to kill it with guns, and that's the normal one, and squirt guns filled with poisoned water.
What?
Now this didn't work.
Well,
Would you like to guess what their next alternative was?
Flamethrower.
You're close.
Oh, bombs?
Yes, they got a hold of dynamite.
Oh my god.
And went into the woods, and they killed the little guy, apparently.
Oh.
They even took a picture of his charred little corpse and put it in the newspaper.
This thing wasn't hurting anyone.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like he just ran into it.
so he was hurting certain things. He was hurting white bulldogs. That was his food of choice, which apparently,
His
from
calling
what
card.
Eugene Shepard said, this, very educated timber cruiser, they were going extinct because there were no more white bulldogs in the area.
That is a very interesting. What? Calling card, I guess, is like the best way to explain that.
He just...
Well, real quick, I have a question.
Yes.
What was the poison they put in this water that they had squirt guns that shot at this thing?
Poison water.
But like, what was it?
I don't know.
But they just like, wait,
It was piss.
what year was this?
1893.
How did they have squirt guns?
I had that same question, but I mean...
Squirt guns are actually
Yeah.
pretty old. old.
Are they really?
Well, they probably made something different back then. Because, like, squirt guns you think of now, like the plastic.
I think of a Nerf gun kind of thing. Yeah.
Right? But I'm sure they had, like, the little, little pump things we have now.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably like that, from
okay.
what I could assume.
That just sounds weird to me.
I know. I read that and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, the U.S. liquid pistol was made in 1896.
Huh.
Squirt guns predate the Civil War.
Well, ironically... Wait, you said they predate the Civil War?
That's when they were patented. Wait,
what year did you say again?
1896.
1896. Okay. But there were squirt guns referenced 31 years before then.
Huh.
So...
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird. Interesting you mentioned 1896. Because that was the next time we met a Hodag. After they were extinct.
So... there's multiple Hodags at this point.
Who knows?
What do you call like a group of Hodags? Like a
hot dog.
A hot dog. It's like a group of crows is a murder.
It's a wiener.
But hold on. Do you have more
questions before we move on here?
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do.
Ask all your questions, please.
So the Hodag.
The hot dog, yes.
They took a photo of its charred corpse.
Yes.
Have you found said photo?
I could not.
Aww.
I could not find the photo.
That's disappointing.
Unfortunately.
Do you think?
I assume it would just look like a lump of meat.
I would agree with that, considering dynamite was involved. But
which also begs the question, because like dynamite wouldn't like burn something; it would blow it up.
Well, if it's like still on fire afterwards,
I guess. But I don't think dynamite causes fire. I think it's just a.
Well,
I don't know.
Because I normally think of explosions and fire, but like.
No, the majority of times I've seen dynamite in play is like movies, so I guess it's not really an accurate
depiction. That's why
depiction.
People think like the two go together, but they don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Like grenades don't cause fires
unless it had like an accelerant inside of it. So maybe like the poisoned water was like it
just like a spark fire. Or
maybe people in 1893 are stupid.
But can we talk to it for a second?
Can we talk to it? You want to talk to the Hodag?
No, I would love to talk to the Hodag.
I would too, to be honest.
But like, listen. So. They start with guns, just your average gun.
They straight up just had guns.
And it didn't work, and that's why they went to poisoned water next?
From what I understand, they had both the first time around.
Okay, and then they either A, didn't find it, or B, it didn't work?
Yes.
And then...
it didn't work.
Okay.
They claimed to have found it, but they couldn't kill it with what they had.
I kind of get the idea of
spat everywhere, people.
Drool. Oh my god, I'm killing myself.
I see the point of using the squirt guns because if the bullets don't work, it's probably because the exterior is too hard. So
if they do poison,
from the inside.
Yeah,
I just don't know why they thought like squirt guns would work. Also, here's a.
What are they gonna do? Spit the
Here's
poison?
a stuffed version, a taxidermied version.
What in the absolute?
This is on their official website from Rhinelander,
Wisconsin.
Yes.
And that is
beautiful.
He is actually quite terrifying.
He is quite terrifying.
But I would totally pet it.
Other question.
Yeah.
What do they do with the body? Do you think they ate it?
Or do they just leave it?
Or give it like a proper burial?
I figured that they just left it. But would you eat, if you killed a mythological creature, would you eat it?
Depends on the creature, but like, yeah, that's a good way to like get its power.
I mean, I guess, but they also squirt it with poison water.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't touch it after that. And again, they blew it up with dynamite. I sincerely doubt there was a lot of it left.
It's already cooked.
Yeah.
You don't need much. Just a little strip of jerky.
Just a little. You ever had one of those steaks that someone just like cooked the edges and they're like, here you go, and it's just blood? But
real quick, too, this just confuses me even more. I don't know why this bothers me so much, but like the idea to bring squirt guns of water and poison, but like to bring that along with your guns on a so-called hunting trip.
Yeah, like a quick draw.
But that doesn't make any sense to me.
I still get it. It's just like exterior's too hard.
But like the thing is, this is their first try at it. And they're like, let's bring a poison water gun with us.
Maybe that was just like a thing they did in Wisconsin to like kill things.
If it looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah, with its like bony edges, I guess. Okay, I won't doubt this Eugene too hard.
Eugene? Good, because Eugene comes back.
Oh God.
Hodag
so now in 1896, Eugene Shepard said he found another Hodag that he claimed was alive.
Why does Eugene be the only one that's fighting Hodag?
Because Eugene, he's the Hodag caller.
Oh, okay. Hodag's like him.
Which, the way he claimed to
Hodaggy.
have caught this wondrous creature, he brought, from what I understand, they weren't the same guys from the first trip. This time, he got bear wrestlers. That was a fucking occupation, apparently.
What country is this? America.
This is America.
Oh yeah, brother!
He brought his bear wrestlers to with the cave that it lived in, where they had a pole with chloroform at the end, and they used it to knock it out. So
This sounds very complicated.
I don't know why the bear wrestlers were there, because they didn't do anything except like pick it up.
They
Okay,
needed
because
the
I guess they're
strength.
strong.
Yes.
I guess
And,
in
like,
case it came out.
I'm gonna be weird for a second. Bear wrestler was a surprisingly common job because they moved with the circuses.
I guess, but where did he get fucking like? It sounded like he got several of them.
Yeah, the circuses. And
And
he could theoretically be with them because they do need people like help set stuff up and scout out areas. I guess.
This timber cruiser knows people.
but it just makes me laugh that they came up with this very complicated, convoluted plan to capture it alive, and yet there's a bunch of strong men that could like just snap its neck, and they're like, no, don't do that.
It was a dinosaur. We don't know.
He probably wants to like show it off like King Kong.
Why'd they kill the first
He did want to
one?
show it off.
Then why kill the
because
first
it was eating
one?
bulldogs.
And like
White bulldogs.
White bulldog.
That doesn't make any sense.
there's an arguable biological component to it. White bulldogs can't blend in. Easier prey.
Yeah.
But there's like probably thousands of white dogs of different breeds. So why bulldogs specifically?
They taste
They
different.
If
they
it's a
probably
lumber-
heard its breathing.
Would you rather
I thought
have?
it was already dying.
Would you rather have a nice, lean Labrador or a little fucking Chihuahua? You had to eat one.
Probably the Labrador.
Exactly.
Well, bulldogs are like working dogs, right?
Yeah.
So they probably were coming in with lumberjacks.
Exactly.
This is an odd era.
It is an odd era. Eugene Shepard's a weird guy.
He is a kind of weird guy.
I'm just kind of disappointed that he brought bear wrestlers and they didn't
Doing.
They didn't do
wrestle
anything.
the whole
Yeah.
Hodag.
I
He wasn't
was
like,
They
really-
just knocked it out, and they were like, "All right, let's go."
I was really hopeful.
I got you for 5 minutes, Hodag.
Well,
5 more minutes.
and they
of
chloroformed
playtime. Yeah, they use chloroform.
how'd they even know that was gonna work?
I don't know. I
They
guess
just
I
guess?
guess that myth has been around for a long time.
Because he had a backup squirt gun just in case.
Just in frickin' case.
It didn't work
and
the first time,
maybe-
but it'll work this
Maybe
time.
that's why the bear wrestlers were there.
Maybe
Just in
that's-
case it didn't work
maybe
out, they
that's-
could just like chokehold it until it passed out.
Maybe that's what was in the poison squirt guns. Maybe it's chloroform.
Oh,
They-
that's
Maybe wrestlers are in the squirt gun.
Nah.
You shoot the wrestlers at them.
It's like shooting dudes out of cannons.
Holy shit.
This is so stupid.
So after, it's great. The Hodag is the greatest cryptid of all time.
And we're
very-
making it dumber.
Yeah. So after he captured the Hodag live, he did what any sane man would do with it.
Oh,
He
God.
took it to the state fair.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't.
thought you were
You
going
guys
to
gonna
say...
fuck it?
Yeah.
I said sane man.
He's insane.
No, she's going to be the... They call it the Hodag for a reason, boys.
Fun fact, I have no idea where that fucking name comes from.
Hodag.
I tried to find it. I don't
Just
know.
like the Dwyer.
I don't know where these people are getting these names from, man. Every single one I have picked, the name is just fucking from the wind.
I go.
At least Snallygaster was like, they had a little bit going for them. But Dwyo and Hodag, they were like, fuck it. What do we call it?
What's a weird and convoluted name that we can just come up with off the brim of our hats?
But after he used his bear wrestlers, got it, and took it to the state fair, he would then charge people 10 cents to come see it. That's wild, back 10 cents to do anything.
So how
That's
thick
wild.
were its legs?
How thick were its legs?
Your legs for days, that's legs for minutes.
The certain depictions, they're like super thick.
And
Other
what's
ones,
super thick mean?
Huh?
Like give me,
they're like
give me
tree
a
trunks.
compare-
But like
Oh,
this
fuck.
boy, the
Like
one
an
he fa-
elephant?
the one he found, he had an elephant face. Or a frog. He had a frog head and an elephant face.
And then like elephant thick legs.
Yeah, he had like thick tree trunks.
Oh, I just had a terrifying image. What if it has like a frog tongue? So, like, if you're from a distance, it's just like, and it snatches you.
Oh, that's horrifying. It also has, like, tusks, too, in a lot of the pictures.
So it impales you?
Hell? This sounds like prehistoric.
It's honestly, like, it sounds dumb, but this thing sounds horrifying. So pretty much anybody who went and, like, saw it, they would, like, see the thing moving, and it would just freak them out so much, they would fucking run back out. And then it was, obviously, it's a wild animal, it would get angry. So he would, like, go into the shed to calm it down, and he would come out with his clothing just fucking ripped apart.
He's fucking that Hodag.
And you would just hear, like, scuffle. Yeah. You hear the scuffle, and they were just like, yeah.
Jesus! There's so much wrong with this!
He's the Hodaddy.
Now, oh my god. Jesus Christ. Now, eventually, of course, this is like a big thing. This dude had an affair. It was in front of everybody. Everybody was like, yeah, we see this thing. The Smithsonian was like, we gotta get in on this. We gotta know what the fuck is up. And unfortunately, that's where the Hodag story kind of ends. Because when they announced that, Shepard was like, oh no, the jig is up. And he did admit that it was unfortunately a hoax. He made it all up.
Then, but what did people see then?
What they saw, so it was just a creature hung on strings. And it was like the body was like made out of ox leather, and then the head was just wood. But when it would move, because he had it tied to strings, it would freak people out so much that they would pretty much see it and fucking run away. And whenever he would, we were about to ask about
I was going to say, it's a shame that Hollywood wasn't like a big thing back then, because he would probably have a big career as special effects guy.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, he scared the shit out of people. Instead of being a timber crew.
Yeah.
He found a better job.
Yeah, but then like the torn clothes, he would literally just like wear his clothes and then have a torn up version. When he went in the shed, his sons behind the shed would make the noises of them like having a fight and like roaring, I guess. And he would come back out swapping clothes to look like it was torn. Honestly, the dude put on a pretty good fucking show.
Damn.
That was a lot of work.
The dude really, the dude probably had a lot of money. He probably got in a lot of trouble too. But he put on a really good show to like show this thing was fucking real.
I wouldn't even be mad if I got ripped off. I would be impressed.
To be honest, the people of Rhinelander, they didn't give two shits. It's like their like city animal. They have a whole website devoted to this creature, where they even have a thing like, do we like the Hodag? Yes, we love him. And they have an app like called, I think it's called Hodag Chomps, and it just tells you about nice restaurants in the area. Like, they absolutely love this guy. Honestly, he's like a tiny Mothman. People are obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Even though he's fake.
Yeah, and even they're like, kind of, what's it called? A community center. It has a huge statue of him, which I can't pull up because my thing is not connected to the internet, but I will show you later.
We'll put it on the Twitter.
We'll put it on the Twitter if y'all see. It's honestly a really cool statue.
Do you think he found out the Smithsonian was coming? He's like, I gotta hide the real Hodag.
I fucked it too much.
I am not sharing that Hodussy with anyone.
Please! Or he was like, the Smithsonian is gonna kill my poor Hodag friend.
I like Harmon's. I like when he wanted to fuck it.
No.
Hodussy.
So they even just kind of came up with like random details about the Hodag. Let me read some off of his little chart on their website.
So wait, hold up. These are just random details based on a hoax, is what you're saying.
Yes, because they love him so much. This is off their website. This is off their official Rhinelander Hodag website.
All right.
So Hodag tears. They make the world's best lemonade. Unfortunately, the Hodag never cries.
Like Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Chuck Norris
You want me to read that again?
Read it again.
Hodag tears. They make the best lemonade. Unfortunately, the Hodag never cries.
So, if they never cry, how do they know it makes the best
That's
lemonade?
not the weirdest one, Kennedy.
Oh,
It
Jesus
gets
fucking
stranger.
Christ.
The late summer sunset stole its color from the Hodag's eyes. Don't ask me
That's
how
a romance novel.
That is a romance novel.
No,
you know why? Because Shepard fucked this animal.
Is this his love letter?
I was about to say, like, I'm not saying this is a romance novel, but it sounds like a dating profile. Like, all the reasons why you should date. The fucking Hodag, like...
Yeah.
It was like, a little bit about me. Did you know my eyes are the fucking source for the summer sunsets?
if he tilts his head just the right way, the Hodag can pick up every Milwaukee Brewers radio broadcast.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what Milwaukee Brewers is, but apparently he's a fucking radio.
I'll look it up, I guess.
This is interesting.
Oh, do you think it's the horns?
It is the horns, yes. They have it specifically on his horns to show that that's the tuning fork.
Milwaukee.
By the way, this is their drawing of him, and I think he's beautiful.
Oh, it's a baseball team.
So, are you telling me that apparently his horns are like
like a radio? Yeah, like antennas. Yeah.
So he can just like hear.
What else do we have? The spikes on his tail serve as a perfect marshmallow roasting stick.
Oh,
you know how they know this? Because Eugene dated it. He fucked that thing, and then they went on a romantic date. And then he wrote poetry about his eyes.
This is all from like fucking what's his name's like personal diary.
Yeah, they just found it. They're like, this is what this is about.
50 Shades of Hodag.
When the wind blows through the Hodag's fur, it plays a perfect version of beer barrel polka.
What is this? This isn't even a cryptid. This is like a fucking mascot.
It's beautiful. He became a mascot.
If you blow it the right way, you can hear Africa by Hodag.
The Hodag will eat fish. So now he doesn't just eat bulldogs, he eats fish now.
Oh.
He'll eat fish fresh out of the lake, but he prefers a traditional Wisconsin fish fry with potato pancakes.
That sounds good.
They know this? Because Eugene made him dinner.
The full homegrown Hodag.
This is a love story.
Are you saying that, like, what's his name? Eugene
Shepard, yeah.
Eugene, like, are you saying that as a joke, or are you saying, like, Eugene really said these things?
I don't have any facts to show that he said these things.
But you're assuming they had a love story.
Reading this, it's pretty romantic. I mean, and nobody else, like, pulled it into the shed as far as I'm aware, so. And I haven't seen Eugene's two sons. I mean, I'm just...
They're just people with Hodag heads.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They had little horns.
Jesus Christ.
Boom Lake was formed after the Hodag did a cannonball in a puddle. The Hodag smells exactly like a pine-scented car air freshener. See? Eugene even knows his perfume.
That's so cute.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I kind of
very poetic.
It is.
Wow.
Our last one, and I'm not sure exactly what this is. The Hodag's a scratch golfer. Do either of you know what that is?
I do not.
Golfer.
Yeah.
I do not. Yeah, Google it real fast.
He never needs to buy golf balls either. He just collects the ones that are hit into the woods. Is scratch golf like putt-putt?
A scratch, this is straight from Google, a scratch player essentially is one who can manage every aspect of their game consistently and can plot their way around the golf course, hitting the right shots at the right time.
Look at that. Another compliment. Look at that. Eugene's fucking this beast. 100%.
Oh, we now know it can get...
We know
Jesus
that
Christ.
I've been calling him he, definitely a female.
Why?
It has to be where his sons came from. Eugene?
You don't know
Maybe
that?
Eugene's gay.
Where did his sons come from?
Adoption.
Oh! Yeah. I didn't understand what you were asking. Like, his biological sons.
His biological sons.
I'm sure
The timelines don't line up, but I don't care. This is a love story that I'm here for. Anyway, so now we have, away from their beautiful, beautiful website, his little pop culture references, which is funny, because the first one I have is about the Jersey Devil.
Really?
Yeah, he was in a children's book series. I don't know what, it's a children's book series about the Jersey Devil? Called The Adventures of Casey and the Jackalope, where the Jersey Devil had an army of Hodags.
Oh, he is the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Well, don't be mean to Hodags.
No,
Honestly,
the Jersey Devil.
I mean, like,
definitely enslaved them.
But, like,
It was not willing.
No.
There's no way.
Poor Hodags. Honestly, they kind of sound cute.
They do sound cute.
Like a little chunky, like, dachshund.
Yeah, except like he has a bullfrog face. Well, he has a bullfrog head and an elephant face.
So does he have a trunk?
No.
So why do they say elephant face? Okay.
It looks more like a orc. Yeah, because he has like these tusks that come out. And,
I was like sitting here like, wait a minute, what's an orc? And then I remembered like, no, fuck, do I look like I've seen Lord of the Rings? No, I was thinking of what is it called?
Every day I judge you more.
What is the video game? World of Warcraft. They have orcs.
Yeah, I love every fantasy series.
I love that you said that. World of Warcraft.
Because I was worried I was going to say the
in Texas.
I really thought she was going to be like Shadow of War, and I was going to be like, that's a Lord of the Rings game.
I have not seen
That's
Lord of the
what
Rings.
I'm looking
I've seen the Hobbit movies.
There's orcs in that too.
Oh, are there? I don't remember.
No, I
It's
don't
been
remember. I know
a
it's
few
goblins.
years.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
But, okay, I do want to throw a theory out. If, by some miracle, what if the Hodag was real? Like, maybe the first sighting was a real thing. Kind of sounds like a triceratops.
A little bit. Yeah.
Like,
Like the tail.
Well, also when you hear like the elephant face, like the long kind of nose.
the
Yeah.
horn out the nose.
Yeah.
And like the spikes and like you said, like its tail is basically like kind of barbed.
Yeah, I actually kind of thought like a stegosaurus because it talked about.
Well, that's why I said
Yeah.
prehistoric.
Yeah.
Like that's what
And
it
then
reminded me of.
He even specifically said the back of the dinosaur. I kind of think that Eugene just saw a dinosaur in like some pamphlet somewhere, and he was like, "I can make that up," but you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it was real the first time? Because it's pretty ballsy to take photos of your hoax. But then again, he also showed a hoax to like hundreds of people.
Yeah,
So
and
what
they
do I
fucking
do?
bought it. So I mean,
That is very interesting.
the Hodak also appeared as a monster in the video game Magical Diaries. I actually don't know that video game.
I don't either.
And he's also in, for any Dungeons and Dragons nerds, he is a
Both of
monster in Pathfinder.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Aw,
And that's my campaign.
The Hodag? Hell yeah.
I actually do.
Do it.
Do
But don't
it.
play Pathfinder. I don't like Pathfinder. Fuck you, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, don't sponsor us.
Don't hate us, Pathfinder.
Your second
fans.
edition is great. Your first edition sucks.
The views of JP do not necessarily reflect the views of the producers.
That's fine. Hate me too. It's fine. He's also in a Scooby-Doo film.
Oh,
Which one?
The Hodag of Horror. Or, sorry, not a film, an episode.
Oh.
And it was Mystery Incorporated. That's the...
Ew, that's a trash one.
Is it the
That
bad
No,
one?
that's
yes,
a great one.
No,
With like the overarching plot and
no,
It's the one with the bird, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's
I
the
love
good
that
one.
one.
no, it's not. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Mystery
it is.
Incorporated? That's the one where they're like fucking pixelated.
No, you're thinking Get a Clue.
No,
Scooby Doo.
no.
Where's my phone?
No.
I'm about to
I
see
am
it.
a literal
Pixelated.
Scooby-Doo
I'm about to
god.
prove you fucking
Don't
wrong.
even come for me right now.
What do you mean by pixelated?
It made they got a lot of pixels in their eyes, and their eyes look stupid, and they do
Yeah,
like
they
a
look like-
romance between Shaggy and Velma,
Oh.
which is dumb. And no,
That one's Mystery
I love
Incorporated.
Mystery
yeah, I
Incorporated.
fucking hate
What
that.
the fuck are you talking about?
Trash.
This one was great.
Absolute
You have
trash.
not seen this.
No, I refuse to watch it because it looks stupid.
Well, you're wrong. This
I'm
is
not.
literally the best.
No, you know the best? The original.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
the
fair.
fucking one from like the
Actually, I'll be
1980s,
honest. This
60s.
This one's better.
No,
It just
no.
ended short.
I refuse to watch
Anyway.
it. Any of the new Scooby-Doos, fuck them.
Anyway, fuck you.
Bitch.
We have to see the one with the Hodag though.
No, I refuse. I will never.
Well, fucking we will. You and I will.
Yeah,
get
you guys
pizza.
have fun.
We'll get pizza.
Do
and
not
we'll
even
watch.
shame Scooby-Doo like this.
We'll get
No,
pizza.
it's
We'll go get
disgusting.
Hodag.
I love Scooby-Doo. I
You
love.
don't love it enough.
Sorry,
I don't
but
like the bullshit Scooby-Doo.
that sounds fun,
It
JP.
does.
We'll have a nice
Yeah.
romantic evening, like
You-
Yeah,
you-
y'all have
Shepherd and
fun.
the Hodag.
We'll see the Hodag.
And you
We'll
just
get
tell me about it
pizza.
after.
We'll get Hodag tattoos.
Yeah,
It'll be great.
go to Wisconsin.
Yeah, we have to. We gotta go to Rhinelander to do it.
I want to go to Wisconsin.
Well, you don't fucking want to watch Mystery Incorporated.
I don't because it's terrible.
This is going to have to get so cut out. This is so fucking funny.
No, we need to make the 30-minute mark. So
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
stay
so
there.
it's fine.
So our next Hodag pop culture experience was featured in the episode, is on the Travel Channel, an episode of Mysteries at the Museum. I don't know what that is either.
Oh, I think they just go over like weird stuff at the museum.
Is that it? Just like Smithsonian shit?
Yeah.
I mean, Smithsonian visited them. He's also in the Harry Potter franchise.
Oh.
What?
From what I understand, he's in like, you know how they made like the Potterverse website? He's part-
Pottermore. Yeah.
Pottermore? Whatever. I don't fucking watch Potter. Or read it. He is part of the American version.
Ilvermorny?
Oh, like the Puckwudgies.
Yes. The like one that's based off Native American stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Speaking of Native
cool.
American stuff, the one little tidbit of the Hodag that people are like, well, maybe he was real, is he's very closely related, or not related, like he kind of looks like the way that the Ojibwe water panther is pictured in their pictographs. That's really the only thing to prove that could ever have been real.
That's interesting.
It is,
was though?
I mean, it could be.
And like he actually saw it, and he's like, I just want to recreate it for profit.
Could be.
That's possible.
That's also true too.
Because I killed the first one.
He's like, damn, I killed the first and only Hodag left in existence, and now I gotta
What if that one was the real one, and he just murdered it, and then 3 years later he was like, fuck, I could have made money.
I could have done something with that, yeah.
I probably should have gotten a pre-dynamite photo.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like a before and after of the world's worst weight loss commercial.
And our last one, I couldn't find the statue of it, but supposedly JFK, John F. Kennedy, a man who many see as one of our greatest presidents, was gifted a Hodag statue in Rhinelander when he went to visit.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, he was gifted a statue, and supposedly, pondering it is what inspired his inauguration speech. So he basically looked at this thing and was like, yeah, I gotta write that down.
Its eyes do inspire the sunset.
I can hear the Milwaukee Brewers game.
Hodag.
He's like, dang, this cryptid really got the creative juices flowing in my noggin.
Yeah.
I like your funny animal magic man.
You made 2 Clone High references today, and it's both great.
That's what I do.
But that's pretty much the end of the story of the Hodag. Which, again, Rhinelander, they don't give 2 shits. They love that thing, and they will keep making shit up about
it. So this thing's just...
It's not real.
It's not real at all. This is like the basis of it, yeah.
If it was real, do you think it could prevent the JFK assassination?
Yeah, I think it would have saved him.
It
would have come in and saved him.
You would have seen like that little thump. You would hear like a little thump, like ka-doo, and it would have just fucking jumped up and hit Lee Harvey Oswald.
Unless he had a squirt gun.
Unless he has a squirt. Then,
no, it had to be dynamite.
If he had dynamite, though, he's done.
So that was quite the
that's not real, but honestly,
it was fun.
Beautiful.
That was fun. I will say
the Hodag is a beautiful creature.
I got the statue.
Oh, let me see.
You pulled the statue?
Oh,
it's metal.
It's fucking rad.
Gosh. Well, because it looks exactly like that drawing.
Yeah.
That's because when I went to the Mothman Festival, there was actually a Hodag stand there.
Really?
Yeah, they came down all the way from Wisconsin. They had a dude in
that sounds like the way to start beef.
They had like brochures that they handed out. There's a dude in a Hodag costume, which, God help him, it was hot that day.
Oh my god. That looked terrible too.
Yeah, they're right next to the Mothman statue.
That's cool.
That is interesting.
That also sounds like they're going to start some type of beef with some West Virginia.
They're like, the Hodag is better than Mothman.
And I think it's just like little fun facts about the Hodag, and like I think they made fun facts for West Virginia of like the Hodag can eat X amount of pepperoni rolls in under a minute.
Oh, that's fun.
I just love that they just make up random facts and be like, yeah, this is what the Hodag does.
It's like
that's fun though. I think it's fun. I think this is a fun, cute little cryptid. I like him.
It's like the cryptid Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Making it like Chuck Norris
facts. It really is. Like, just make Chuck Norris jokes about the Hodag.
Yeah.
So, this is at the point where we determine if it's real or not.
I think we can all agree
that it's not real.
His creator, yes, it's real?
Yes.
All right. If you say yes.
Harmon believes the Hodag is 100% real.
Harmon, I need you to revoke that.
If you want to give me the key to the
let him
city,
be his thing.
Wisconsin, I'm happy to accept it.
Look us up, Rhinelander.
Yeah. I just know that the Hodag doesn't sleep; it waits, and I love the Hodag.
It also has or had a beautiful relationship with Eugene.
Yeah,
or maybe he made Eugene immortal. I don't know.
And they ran off together.
There's many things very odd about this episode.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of Hodag sex. Interesting. That was beautiful. This has been my favorite one that I've done.
So I just find that it's funny that you tell us all this information and then you're like, oh, and by the way, Eugene said it's a hoax.
I didn't want to just tell you guys right away. I wanted to drag it on a little bit.
So
you're welcome for the excitement.
But I will say the thing he killed initially, there is a possibility that he just killed it and then it went extinct completely. It could be because
from what I understand, he only admitted the second one was a hoax. He never officially said the first one was.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
And, like, sadly, that is a very real possibility of, like, how many cryptid legends do you think have been cut short because they either died before anyone saw it, or the first time someone saw it,
they killed it.
It was because they were roadkill.
Yeah. Or that, yeah.
And just like, oh, that's weird. Oh, no.
I mean, that's completely possible.
Yeah. Who knows?
So, I'll give the Hodag some credit. You know, I think he's kind of cute. I would be kind of cool
adorable,
if he was real. But also, like, this was just a really wild beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah. When I was looking this guy up, and I'm like, man, this dude's got a story. Yeah. Just think about the fact that Eugene made up this bullshit story that went so far as to influence JFK. He touched a president like 60 years later.
What if the Hodag was at the moon landing and they just edit that part out?
The Hodag works for the government.
Like when you see the flag move in the footage and that makes everyone think it's fake, it wasn't because there was wind, it was because the Hodag accidentally hit it with its tail.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, come on, boy, get back in the shuttle.
It probably played, beer barrel polka when it happened.
Yeah, and that's why Buzz Aldrin said the famous phrase, "One small step for man, one big leap for Hodag."
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, he quoted him perfectly.
Yeah, and the Pink Floyd album, Dark Side of the Hodag.
I know you said Pink Floyd, but it sounded like you said the Bigfoot album.
I really did, didn't it?
Did I say Bigfoot?
No, you didn't.
Honestly, that's better.
I think you did say Pink.
All right. Now that we're all in agreement the Hodag is real.
No.
Or if,
even
if we're wrong.
You know what, Harmon? I'll concede. You're right. Him and Eugene's love story, too much.
There's too much passion.
It has to be real. That thing about the eyes,
that was beautiful.
There's no way that's not real.
That's like poetry. Shakespearean.
Yeah.
But
Jesus.
Even if you are wrong and don't think the Hodag's real, if it was real and we met it, would you take it on a romantic dinner?
No, I would pet it though. I feel like it could use some scritchies.
I would. I'd want to look deep in those eyes.
Same.
Yeah.
So are the eyes orange? Is that why it looks like summer sunset?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know what answer you wanted me to say there.
I don't know.
It's whatever you want it to be, Kenzie.
All right.
What kind of power? You could give the Hodag one power. What would it be? One
laser
eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like Superman.
I'd make it shit gold. Yeah.
Make it shit gold.
Shit gold.
Like Roger from American Dad.
But not like kill people.
Make them crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would make it a world-class skateboarder. Like, it could be Tony Hawk.
Oh, wow. Really? All right. Yeah. That's rad.
It has like rad. 2 skateboards. One.
It has to go up against its enemy, the bulldog, because there's a lot of bulldogs that skateboard. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any videos.
I thought you were gonna say it has to go up against its enemy, the Dago.
Hey, I've never seen a white bulldog in Wisconsin. Also, never been to Wisconsin.
That sounds conclusive to me.
I think that's.
I feel like that's some solid evidence.
That's pretty scientific.
I've never seen the Hodag and Batman in the same room.
Yeah, exactly. The Hodag has to be Batman.
Okay, so this is the Cryptid Code.
Don't you steal my outro.
Yeah. Don't you try and cut the Hodag story short.
Thank you for joining us for this episode. Be sure to like and Hodag. Follow us on Twitter at the Hodag Code on Twitter.
Cryptid Code.
And please leave a 5 Hodag review on Apple and Spotify. That really helps us out.
And Anchor.
We are available on Anchor now. But besides that, hope you all have a nice day. Be safe out there and stay Hodag.